Don had to do an emergency run out to Ruby to get my usual coffee cup for me. It was missing in the house. I went half eyes half open to make my coffee, and I was in trouble. He rescued me. Thank you for rescuing me.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
There you are. Good morning, sweetheart. Hi. Hi. Oh, trying to get the foot with my door. The door with my foot. Oh, God, it's a morning. It's a morning. Hi. Hi, Sweetie Pea. Hi, Sweetie Pea. I don't see any significant frost on our rooftop, so that's good. Tonight was the last night was the last night to worry about it. We didn't cover. We're just tired of covering this time of the year. I say we, Don. I'm tired of asking him to cover. He's tired of going out and cover. I guess if it was a clear, like it was going to get down to 34 or something, but they were calling for 38, and that's really borderline. All the guys are here. Stripe went back in the house for the second time. There he is. You ready to come back out now that you noshed on their food again? You can come. Come on. You ready to come back out with your buddies? Morris would probably like to see you. Come on. Come on. You're going to wait till Dawn goes in? All right. Well, you can do that too. Nothing's wrong. He can't decide if he wants to be in or out. It's so complicated this early in the morning. That's what's going on.
Oh, the life joy of pet ownership. It's getting really close to frost. The frost forms on this table.
The really glass quick. Top.
Yeah. But it's not frost. But I think it's pretty close.
It's close, huh? We need the sun to come up, and at the warm up quick is 38.
Yeah.
Well, it's possible frost, they extend it till 9 a.m. There's no way frost is forming at 9.
No,
but
yeah, well,
if we had a heavy frost, it might not be gone until 9, but...
That's right. Yeah.
All right, well, fingers crossed. Come on, son, start some warming. Come on, we need it. Hi. You got chicken today. On top of all that other cooking I did yesterday, I made another chicken. Good morning, buddy. Good morning. Hi. There he comes. You ready for your food? Stop recording the man on the unicycle. Okay, good boy. Whew, Tuesday. Shopping day. Chiropractor. You know the routine. Good morning, Ruby. I guess I'm seeing about the same amount of frost this morning as yesterday. Maybe actually a little less on the rooftops and cars. But the cars parked out here at the Chevy place is always a good litmus test for frost. And that actually is less today than yesterday. It looks more wet. I think we're going to be okay this morning. Our time downtown is 7:31, so we can't afford to lose any more minutes today. Although it is AP Stats study hall instead of AP Stats class. But still, we want to be on time every day. It was pretty uneventful coming in this morning. I ended up turning off navigation again so Ruby wouldn't try to do too much lane changing. Yeah, across town's currently showing 7:33. Oh well. Not too much time to dawdle over here at the community center. Since it's shopping day, I need to get home so we can get on our walk. I'm behind on yesterday's video too, although I won't have time to address that this morning. That'll be first thing when I get in the door this afternoon after I get the groceries put away. Sounds like some interesting changes to the interface rolling out to employees. I did review the article from Teslarati that had all of the bullet points as to the things that were changing, and a couple of them sounded kind of cool. So I guess we'll eagerly await that to play with, but don't have it yet. And I still don't see a huge difference between 11.4 and 11.6. You know, Ruby pretty much was all the things she was doing, she's doing all the things. So if I make lane changes minimal and turn off navigation for part of my trip, we're pretty happy, and without doing those things, we're pretty unhappy or having a lot of you know, disconnects. So anyway, let me head to the house. We are on the trail, getting her done. It's plenty nice out here, especially in the sun. We're not really bundled, but we do have on, you know, a couple layers. And our weight vests. The guys, when I drove by, were at the park doing some lawn maintenance, mowing stuff, so I don't hear it right now, but we could hear or see them when we get up a little closer. Hey, so we were starting on the trail and we're finishing on the trail. Poof, there we are, because the guys were mowing up there and it was really loud, and we were talking about some stuff, and yeah, so, but here we are. Yeah, there are the lady, she walks the 3 dogs, Husky and Spitz, I think. Pretty dogs. And they're still moving dirt around on that land over there. Although, Donnie, I think I see straw.
Yeah,
I think they put straw down. They planted grass on the one spot. Maybe that implies they're almost done hauling dirt between the church property and that property. I am on time for the chiropractor with a minute to spare like usual. Johnny's been texting me, called me for a minute. He's got us signed up for his required mandatory overnight all day orientation down at UNCC prior to the start of the fall semester, so that's good. I think he got the day that he wanted to get, which there's a couple other students from his school that'll be attending that day. I think there's like 12 sessions over the total summer. I have no idea what we're doing down there, but it's mandatory, so it's fine. I mean, I'm sure it'll be a bunch of good information, helpful information, stuff to set him up for success, all of that. We're gonna get to stay in one of the residence dorms. That's cool. Let's get Ruby a little farther away from this guy. And yeah, so that needed to be handled today. There's limited availability to the sessions that you would want to participate in. You know, the dates. There's like 12 dates, but some of them are more popular than others. And anyway, I think we're all set. And exciting times, lots of life changes, all that good stuff. It's gorgeous out here today, and the next 2 days are going to be even nicer. Highs in the 70s, lows in the 50s. Sunny, really, really nice. Don was talking about helping me plant a few things I need planted in the ground tomorrow. And then he looked at me with, once we get them all planted, we're not going to buy any more things that need a shovel, right? Probably not. Never make promises you can't keep, though. There was a brand new something electric behind me, and I don't know what it was. Let me press the dash cam and maybe I can figure it out looking at the video. There were 2 people pulled over at that intersection while I was waiting to make the turn. Kind of spooky. Motorcycle cop and a large, big SUV cop. I'm all pulsed for another week. Time to go check out Guardian Angel Apex. It's 67 and gorgeous out there today. I've set Ruby to keep at 78. Right away, I see a couple of Model 3s here on the end. It's a blue one up farther, and a midnight silver metallic in the middle. So at least 4 so far. Florida, Virginia. I like the red. Cute, right? Wow, this one has a real Model 3 plate on it. Both wood grain and black. There's another red 3 and another midnight silver 3. And as we learned last week, it's highly likely there are more parked behind. I'll probably drive behind the building on my way out. Believe that's a Bolt. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. I don't like camouflage, even pink camouflage, and it's too small, but it did catch my eye. That's not something you expect to see here. I know Don has some Klein tools. This is the thing that goes down in your sink. You know, that thing you have to pull out to get the hair out and then put back. $2.59, a real authentic Moen part. Michelle said yes to this shirt and yes to this game, and I have found this little tiny house to go with my summer village set. You know, the little kitty cat there by the door definitely helps with me liking this one. I used my $5 value coupon, and I think out of pocket I spent about $8. I just, you know, rang up everything together. I tried on this pair of brand new sneakers that were the right size, and unfortunately for shoes that were supposed to be orthopedic and you would have thought nice and cushiony and they looked really pretty, they felt hard and they just were, they fit right, but no way. Nope, I would have had to put serious padding in there, and there's only so much hardness you can fix. So they do have one Y, and they're detailing the Jeep, and this Kia is plugged in. That must be what I saw earlier. What is it? It's the Nero? Okay. It's going on 1 o'clock. I should have 40-45 minutes at Whole Foods, so that's a pretty comfortable amount of time to get the grocery shopping done, and I don't need tons. Don and I did have our steaks from that Wild Pastures farm down in Georgia, that frozen food box. We had a couple of ribeye steaks, I think it was Saturday night, and they really were generously sized and super tasty. So yeah, we did enjoy those, but I'm out of the sausage Johnny likes, and Whole Foods doesn't have it, and I get that from Butcher Box, so I'm probably going to end up putting in a super huge sausage order and letting Butcher Box deliver some more meat, at least, you know, get us through the summer here with those sausages around. Well, Don and I like them too. I use some cut up pieces in casseroles, and it's a chicken sausage, not because we're trying to avoid pork or beef, but just because this particular sausage is, it's a smoked Gouda chicken, and it's just a really good Neiman's Ranch. It's just a really good sausage. I was a little bit disappointed. There's a yellow, I can't tell if it's a Y or a 3 now in the rear view mirror because the size is distorted a bit, but anyway, there was a very nicely wrapped Tesla back at the light, and I thought it was going to come across in front of me, and I was all ready, and then their light turned red. It would be a nice day to work outside. Very pretty. Ruby says we're up to 75 degrees now, and yes, the traffic over here on I-40 is booking along this afternoon. 20 over is the new 10 over. Yes, Ruby, I know. I don't know if Tux knows that's Morris, and I don't know if Morris knows that's Tux. I know where Stripe is. You ready to go back out? Go quick. If you're going, go quick. Go quick. I'm out here hanging with Panther, working on yesterday's video. He's really happy to have me out here with him. He's rubbing all over my legs and the porch rail, and he's come over for a head scratch, and I got a few pictures of my buddy, and we're listening to the hawk and feeling the warmth of the sun, and it's one of those days where I can sit out here and the bugs aren't bothering me, so I can actually enjoy myself. Don's in there working on the scanning project. I know some of you can relate. So he's kind of in the office tied up. So I thought, well, I'll just come sit with my buddy. Right, Panther? Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Don will be so glad when he's done with scanning and stuff in that corner on the computer.
I will.
Yesterday I sorted a bunch of little parts. Today I'm going to sort a bunch of big parts. Big parts just go into like a pre-sort in the plastic bags, and you'd be surprised how I'm able to flip the bags around and find what I need if it's not in the bin where I need it. So anyway, big parts, I've got 50 minutes. Go. Made good progress. Time to take Johnny to Taekwondo. I might futz with it a bit more while I stir the split pea and try to get it warmed up when I get home. I dropped Johnny off at Taekwondo, and we are totally out of dishwasher pellets detergent. It's either get some tonight or wash by hand. That's not happening. Oh my goodness, there's garden centers open. Guess I can go straight into the garden center. Give it just a few more days and those rhododendron are gonna look stunning. Well, it's all very pretty, but I don't see any must-haves out here today. This avatar box was over here, and I just hate it when the aisles aren't straightened right, and I was straightening a couple of things and all of these Matchbox were dumped over here. So there's a Rivian, a Model Y, a Mustang Mach-E. I guess straightening up, I hit the jackpot. Well, there's a little bit of very disorganized Easter stuff left, but nothing I want. There are a lot of new or new looking cars in the parking lot all the time. Check out the Tahoe, the red Tahoe there. It just always amazes me. And it's the first two cars I had. I drove for 250,000 miles to new cars. And now Ruby's got 115. You know, I'm just used to holding on to cars for a long time. I did have a couple of junkers. And they weren't junk to me at the time, but you know, they were not new. They were quite used. They were sort of funny. You know, we all had our first starter cars. Well, most of us did anyway.